Miami Heat lose to the Milwaukee Bucks 131 to 124 in the finale of the in-season tournament. The Miami Heat were playing at home finally after being on the road 9 out of the last 10 games. Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat basketball channel. My name is Amir. Before I get into today's video, I just want to thank everybody for their continued support of my channel. If you could please hit the subscribe button. I'm on my path to 400 subscribers, so it would mean a lot. So this game tonight was super frustrating. The Miami Heat were shorthanded. They played their hearts out. It was an exciting game. There was a playoff-like atmosphere. We had a primetime game finally on TNT, and the Heat weren't able to pull off the victory against the Bucks. The Heat were missing Jimmy Butler for the second time in 3 games. Tyler Hero's been out for multiple weeks now, and Haywood Highsmith got injured against the Nets on Saturday. So he was out too, which is big for the people that don't know much about Haywood. He's one of our best defenders, and we've gone 9-2 since he's been in the starting lineup. Since he's returned from injury during the off or the preseason. So tough game being shorthanded. Um, I don't think the Bucks are that good, honestly. So when the Heat didn't get Damian Lillard, I thought it was over. I thought the Bucks were going to win. I thought it was going to be Bucks versus the Nuggets in the finals, but I don't even know if the Bucks are going to be better than the Miami Heat, honestly, this year from a head-to-head perspective in the playoffs. If we met each other, I think they'll have a better record than us, of course, in the regular season. But I don't think they're that good of a team. I mean, Middleton's always hurt. He's coming off Achilles tendonitis, and that shit sucks. I have Achilles tendonitis right now, and I hurt my Achilles last Saturday playing basketball, and I have to take like a month off, and it's easy to re-aggravate. So he is only getting older. So if Middleton's not right, then they're not going to win. I don't think Giannis and Middleton are enough necessarily, unless they go extremely hot and get lucky with injuries in the playoffs from other teams. That is, because I mean, Portis is fine. Brook Lopez is still really good for his age. And they don't have too many other players outside of that. Like Connaughton's fine, and Payne is okay, but they don't have a really deep bench. They have some young guys that don't really get a lot of minutes. Some guy named something Andrews from UConn, and some guy named AJ Green, some white boy. So not impressed by the Bucks, honestly. Like they should have crushed us. We had no Jimmy, no Hero, two of our best scorers, our top two scorers, I believe. I don't know. Is Jimmy averaging more than Bam? I don't know. Might be close, but yeah, just tough loss tonight. The Miami Heat in the first quarter started off like crap. They were 1 for 8 from the field, and at one point we were losing by I think 13 points. It was 17-7. And then the Heat finally had a run when they brought Caleb Martin off the bench and Jaime Jaquez Jr. Josh Richardson was stepping up as well in the first quarter. The Heat were able to bring it back from down 17-7 to 19-18 until Damian Lillard hit a big three. The Heat, though, fought back, and they were playing through Bam, and Bam had a really cool moment where he had like a Hakeem kind of dream shake, and the analysts, was it Reggie and Shaq, got really excited with his move. But Bam had all sorts of awesome moves tonight. Great footwork, great turnaround jumpers. So yeah, it was exciting. I thought the Heat were going to get blown out, honestly, because we were shorthanded and playing like shit in that first quarter, but we were able to come back. But ultimately, the Bucks were able to take, I believe, an 8-point lead. Yes, 9-point lead. They were up 31-22 after the first quarter. And in the second quarter, the Miami Heat came rolling back with beautiful plays again in the post and good turnaround jumpers by Bam Adebayo. He was super aggressive tonight, which was nice to see. Jaime Jaquez was like busting up Bobby Portis, taking him off the dribble. He had like a nice step back mid range jumper. He was all over the place, which was beautiful. But yeah, Milwaukee kept fighting back initially in the beginning of that quarter until, again, Jaime Jaquez had some beautiful moves on the baseline, for example, against what was his name, Middleton. He had a nice little pump fake, got him in the air, and took it to the rack for a layup. Um, So good to see him being aggressive, getting some more time off the bench and doing super well. He's been great also with his passing, his footwork, his dribbling. Um, he's been great. He's been a revelation for this Heat, and excited that we were able to draft him in the 18th spot. But either way, the Miami Heat were fighting back all throughout that second quarter, getting some good threes by Kevin Love and again Jay Rich, Kyle Lowry, were all contributing, and the Heat had a really good second quarter, came roaring back, and they outscored the Bucks 28-40 in that quarter. So they were able to take a 3-point lead going into the half, which was great. Third quarter was a dogfight. It was just back and forth. Awesome play between the Bucks and the Heat. The Heat came out firing with Kevin Love hitting a three. Um, Jay Rich also was super aggressive tonight, and he also hit a three at the beginning of that third quarter, which was super helpful. He played awesome tonight. We needed all the scoring we can get without Jimmy and Hero tonight. Um, Giannis hit a three in the third quarter, which was bullshit. Like, I don't know why he shoots threes at all, but he hit one, which was big. So um, the game was back and forth, like I mentioned. Malik Beasley, who I think is a scrub, hit like two or three threes in that third quarter as well, which was super frustrating. Um, Going into the fourth quarter, um, the Heat were up by four with 9 minutes to go after a beautiful pull-up jumper by Bam Adebayo. He was super hyped, so he was continuing to be aggressive in the fourth quarter, and quite frankly, was dominant tonight. Could have been a little more efficient, but he still played super well, super aggressive. Took 27 shots. Like, I know Jimmy was out and Hero was out, so he had to do that, but it's nice to see Bam put up more than 15, 16 shots um, in a game. So Bam was super hyped and gave the Heat a 5-point lead with 9 minutes to go. But then Malik Beasley, the freaking scrub, came back and hit a three, which brought the Bucks to within 2 points. And then Campaign had a nice like floater on Bam Adebayo to tie the game. So at that point, after the Heat lost that lead, it was back and forth from that point on. Um, Bam was battling against Giannis and Lopez, two really good defenders. So seeing Bam be aggressive and somewhat efficient against those two outstanding defenders was nice to see. Damian Lillard started to cook with like 6 minutes to go in the game. He was able to hit up, pull up jumper, and then also some 3-pointers as well um, to put the Bucks up in the game. Kyle Lowry had some awesome 3-pointers, some step back threes that were huge. Um, but the Bucks kept answering. The Miami Heat were up 118, 115 after a beautiful three by Lowry. But then, of course, Damian Lillard comes down the court and hits a three. And one of the biggest daggers was on a play where Damian Lillard had the ball at the 3-point line on the elbow, and he drove to the hoop and got blocked by Bam Adebayo on a beautiful play as he was taken into the rack. And the Bucks only had a few seconds left, or 1 second left on the shot clock. So they had a play where they threw it to Middleton at the corner. He had like a fadeaway. Luckily, his foot was on the line, but that gave the Bucks a 120 to a 118 lead. Middleton then came down again and had a nice little spin move and pulled the midi on Jaime Jaquez, and it was nothing but net. Put the Bucks up by four, so 124 to 120. Bam was able to come down and hit a nice little floater from an assist by Jay Rich. But after that, the Heat were not able to get any closer and ultimately lost the game. So frustrating loss. The Bucks simply played better down the stretch. I think two of the reasons why we lost was free throws. So they only shot six more than us, but they were 89% and we were 66. So we missed seven. They only missed three. So that's a big reason why I think the Heat lost. And then rebounds, they had 45. We had 35, as Pat Riley always says. No rebounds, no rings. So that's unfortunate there. We both shot well from the field. The Heat shot 51% and the Bucks shot 53. And the Bucks were 13 from 35 from three for 37%, which is really good. We were 14 from 30, which is 47% almost round up. So that's super frustrating to shoot that well from three, making 14 and at home and lose. I don't give a shit about that. We lost the in season tourney or whatever the hell it is. I don't care about that. But I just wanted to win a game so we wouldn't be down 0-3 in the last three games. So super frustrating. But just want to run through the box score real quick. So Bam Adebayo, huge game, 31 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. He was awesome. Jay Rich, awesome, starting for Jimmy. It looks like he had 20 points, 7 assists, 3 boards. Kyle played really good again, 21 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. He had 3 out of 5 from three, some clutch 3-pointers. So he played really well. That sucks. That's a wasted game, wasting Kyle scoring 21. Like, it's super rare. I know he scored 28, I think, a couple games ago. But yeah, super, super rare for Kyle to get 21 points. Sucks that we blew that. Duncan played really well as also in this game after missing one game against the Knicks. He had 13, 3, and 3, hit 3 3-pointers, clutch, good playmaking, better defense. Play of the game, I think, was when he crossed over Giannis from the top of the fifth key and drove to the rack and made a layup past Giannis. Like, that was insane. Kevin Love did okay. Didn't shoot that well. Missed a lot of threes, but he hit 2. So he was 6 points, 4 assists, 10 boards. He had some moments. Jaime Jaquez, can't say enough about the Rook. He's impressive, and he's been killing it off the bench. He had 14 points, 6 assists, 4 boards. Man, he's killing it. I love Jaime. I got to get a Jaime jersey. Caleb Martin finally had another good game, stacking up together some good games. He had 14 points off the bench. And then Jamal Cain was the other player that would play tonight. 11 minutes, only 5 points, 1 for 2. Got to the line, missed some free throws. But he looked okay. He had a 3-pointer, so that was cool. Jovic didn't play. Orlando didn't play. Thomas Bryant didn't play as well. And Cole Schweider, who was available, did not play. So tough loss, but I'm not sold on the Bucks. I don't think they're trash, obviously, but I don't think they're that good. I mean, they barely beat this team, and we had 2 of our best scorers out. Like, 2 of the best scorers on the Bucks. I know it's not equivalent, but yeah, that would be Giannis and Dame being out. And like, if the Heat lost to that team with a full team, basically, that would be embarrassing. So they should have won. So I'm not impressed. They won. That's fine. They had a full squad, and we're just dealing with the injury bug, but we still fought and we made it a exciting, like, fun game that we could have won. We had a chance. We had an opportunity. That's all you can ask for, I guess, when you're this shorthanded and missing your best player and second best scorer. So tough loss for the Heat. Not sure who they play next. Let's see the schedule real quick. I want to pull it up to see. It looks like we're playing against the Pacers on Thursday at home. And then we're playing against the Pacers again on Saturday. So Pacers are good. They're a better team. So no guarantee that we win either of those games. Hoping we win the first one at least, but they're not the best team. They're not that great defensively, but Halliburton's been killing it. He's an all-star. So we got them twice, and then we got, it looks like, the Hornets coming up twice, which I might be going to that game. I'll be in Miami December 11th through the 14th. So I'm trying to go to that Hornets game. So should be excited and should have some videos from that game. So anyway, that's all I have for tonight. Sucks that we blew it. Sucks that we lost, but on to the next. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a good night. Bye.